Yes, friends, I'm again back with a new video. And here, as I told you in my last video, we'll be talking about a graph. A graph is very easy. Graph, everybody has seen graph in your school days. You might have even made the graphs. So every graph has x-axis, and then if it has x-axis, then it has y-axis. X-axis, y-axis, you might have bars or lines, the highest or the lowest, in between, and few labels, few statistics, numbers, maybe years, percentages. Let us check one of the graphs that is quite popular these days. Let me share that. And here you go. So this graph is quite popular because it's, I hear from my students that they get this graph very frequently. Okay. So as I already told you, it has x-axis, that is 0, 10, 20. 100 is maximum. I don't know what it is, maybe units. On y-axis, we have various drugs. Okay. So cocaine and tobacco and butane and whatnot, alcohol. So if you remember, I told you the information that it gives, extra information, or the colors, the shades, you call them information box or legend, harm to others and harm to users. So I see only two colors. It's very difficult to distinguish, so I may call that as light and dark color. And harm caused by drug is the title. 100 is maximum. I don't know what it is. Source: Drug Harms in the UK by David Nutt et al. The Lancet. I may or I may not speak that. I may not prefer to speak it because the information given over here is enough. A lot to speak. A lot of labels and then bars and whatnot. Okay. So how do I do this? Definitely, I'll be speaking about the horizontal bar graph, or the x-axis and y-axis, or if you don't call them x-axis and y-axis, I will simply use the left hand side, okay, on the top. So these are the things that you need to take care of. Okay, now here I go. The given horizontal bar graph shows the data on harm caused by various drugs. On the left hand side, various drugs are mentioned, which includes alcohol, heroin, butane, LSD, mushrooms, tobacco, GHB, ketamine, and so on. On the top, the scale starts from 0 on the left, and at the gap of 10, it is up to 80. If I closely observe the image, I can see that the legend shows two types of data. The lighter shade represents the data to harm to others, whereas the darker shade depicts that harm is to the users. Coming onto the graph for the section of harm to others, the lighter shade, the highest portion is noted in the drug of alcohol, heroin, and crack cocaine. The same portion is very less in other drugs like mushrooms, steroids, and butane. The other data, harm to users, follow the similar pattern. Overall, it can be said that given drugs affect either the users or the others. So I did not bother about the data. If you remember my golden piece of advice, I told you that content is not important, context is important. So in this context, I spoke whatever I saw. Okay, if you want high score, as I already told you, I have taken PT and my speaking score is 90, fluency 90, and pronunciation I think 84 or 86. So in that case, I never paid any attention to the content, but definitely I was in the context, not on the content. And that's the reason I'm telling you, I did not bother how much that portion is. For example, harm to others, lighter color, alcohol, 44, 42, I don't know. I just talked about the highest and lowest. Why? Because the content I already spoke by telling 0, 10, 20. At the gap of 10, it is 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So the content software means that the software of PT that has algorithm to check your content is fed nicely, because you talked almost all the labels. Okay, so the content software is happy, pronunciation happy, fluency happy. So overall, this will score very high. So I think you get an idea now how to go about the graphs, x-axis, y-axis. You may talk about the legend or information box, then talk about the labels, and then roughly talk about the data, highest, lowest, or great portion, small portion, in between. This will help you. This will help you to score high in describe image. Okay. So this is Maulik again, and we are coming up with a series of repeated questions. So you may ask me anything. Describe image, we did 5, 6 images, I guess. Now I may go on to other question that is getting repeated. In case you want me to take on any of your question, or the question that is getting repeated that I might be missing, because these questions, the repeated questions, they keep on updating, the question, the data bank always keeps on increasing. Just let me know through URL, or through, you may post anything. I'll go through that and I'll help you to solve the question. Thank you so much. Keep watching this space for more videos. Thank you. Have a great day.